So 90 years ago, Congress passed the Social Security Act, and the deal was simple. You work hard, you pay into Social Security across all your earnings years, and then when you retire, you can count on having those Social Security benefits that you paid for. And now, co-presidents Trump and Musk want to renege on that deal. So DOGE has taken a sledgehammer to the Social Security Administration, firing staff, closing field offices, and pulling the plug on phone services. Last week, the acting commissioner of Social Security, who is openly working with Elon Musk, actually threatened to shut down the entire agency. Now, this isn't about efficiency. Elon said the quiet part about his plans right out loud. Musk said we should, quote, eliminate Social Security. The richest man in the world said that Social Security for 73 million Americans should be destroyed. Mr. Bisignano, you have been nominated to be in charge of Social Security, and seniors need to have a right to know if you're going to protect their benefits. So let's start simple. Say a 66-year-old man qualifies for Social Security. Mr. Bisignano, could the Social Security Administration or Elon Musk or Donald Trump?
Donald Trump's administration runs on two types of lies. The first lie is one that is intended to make you scared. Donald Trump fear-mongering about immigrants. The other is a type of lie to make you distrust government. The thing that they fundamentally hate the most because government gets in the way of their corruption, their criminality. They only like government when it serves the billionaires, not when it protects you. And so they lie about it, which is something that Elon Musk was brought into this administration exclusively to do. But one of the worst lies he's been telling all along, he just got caught in a shocking report that screws over Donald Trump and his plan to attack the government. We're going to get into it all. But before we do, if I could quickly ask you to leave a like on this video, and if you haven't already and you enjoy our channel, to hit that subscribe button. It goes a long way, and it really does mean a lot to me. Now, before we get into this breaking news report, I want to see where it all started with this clip from Elon on Joe Rogan.
Well, I mean, the government's one big pyramid scheme, if you ask me.
Yeah, well, you can tell me better than anybody.
Social Security is the biggest Ponzi scheme of all time.
Right, explain that.
Oh, so, well, people pay into Social Security, and the money goes out of Social Security immediately, but the obligation for Social Security is your entire retirement career. So you're paying you're paying. Like if you look at the future obligations of Social Security, it far exceeds the tax revenue. Far. Have you ever looked at the debt clock?
Yes.
Okay. There's our present day debt, but then there's our future obligations. So when you look at the future obligations of Social Security, the actual national debt is like double what people think it is because of the future obligations. So basically people are living way longer than expected, and there are fewer babies being born, so you have more people who are retired and that live for a long time and get retirement payments. So the future obligations, so however bad the financial situation is right now for the federal government, it will be much worse in the future.
Elon Musk takes $8 million a day in federal funding. And that number only continues to climb as he steals federal contracts, because ultimately that's what DOGE is all about. Of course, it was never an effort in any real way to go after waste, fraud, or abuse. It was only to go after the agencies investigating Elon Musk and to bring him billions of more dollars to his companies that take in no risk when they're taking those big government handouts. And of course, Elon Musk then keeps all the profits. You know, Social Security is a Ponzi scheme to Elon, but his corporate communism, that's totally fine. Yeah, that seems to check out. Well, it's that lie, along with another, that Elon's been telling that have really backfired on him, especially with this new report. And for us to fully understand that, we got to take a look at Bernie Sanders grilling Donald Trump's nominee for the head of Social Security.
The Inspector General reported that the error rate in Social Security was less than 1%, and it was an error rate that you wanted to improve upon. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay. But in his State of the Union address, listened to by millions and millions of Americans, President Trump suggested that, quote, millions and millions, end of quote, of Social Security checks are going out to people who are between the ages of 140 and 360 years old. Millions and millions of checks. You've just acknowledged what is true, is that the error rate in Social Security is less than 1%, 99 point whatever of the people who get their checks paid into the system and deserve those checks. So what I want to ask you is, do you think that President Trump was just expressing an outrageous lie, which I happen to believe, trying to undermine Social Security, or was he just grossly uninformed about the reality?
I think what the president was representing, which further was represented again and proven to be accurate, is that there were millions of Social Security records that did not have people deceased.
Let's not play with words. What you have just acknowledged is that in 2024, the Social Security Administration paid out over 99 point whatever percent to people eligible. The error rate was less than 1%. Millions and millions and millions of people, 200 or 300 years of age, did not get checks. Is that true?
What I represented was that a 1% error rate in a mission critical function like Social Security is way too high.
I agree
and
with you.
That,
excuse me, I don't have much time.
Sorry.
President said millions and millions of people. You're saying, and you're right, less than 1%. You want to improve it? You're right. Let's do it. President was lying. And what he was trying to do was undermine the foundations of Social Security by saying the system is out of control.
So Donald Trump and Elon Musk all along, what a shock, have been lying and attacking Social Security. We knew that to be true, but they would throw around these fake numbers, this BS information, skewed data from unreliable sources to try to shift the narrative so that they could write an even bigger tax cut that they could go after this program and use the money that they steal away from you to give to Elon and the billionaires. It's what they're doing with Medicaid right now. But Donald Trump and Elon Musk just got caught in the sly, and it is completely screwing them over. Take a look right here. Huge scandal. Internal documents catch Trump administration in massive Social Security lie. An internal Trump administration document reportedly shows that anti-fraud checks recently installed at the Social Security agency have found just 2 cases of potential improper benefit claims out of more than 110,000. The documents first reported Thursday from NextGov FCW further undercut Donald Trump and billionaire Elon Musk narrative that Social Security is brimming with fraud. Musk falsely claimed in Bart that 40% of calls into Social Security were fraudulent. The anti-fraud checks from Social Security have been applied only to benefit claims made over the phone. According to the internal document, no significant fraud has been detected from the flagged cases. Earlier this year, amid widespread outages, the Social Security Administration walked back proposal to scrap many of its phone-based benefit claim services. NextGov noted Thursday that the Trump administration's deployment of the anti-fraud tools beginning last month did cause delays as SSA changed its phone procedures to add checks on the back end. The lag stemmed from the 3-day hold placed on telephone claims in order to run the anti-fraud checks, a move that delays payments and benefits to customers despite an extremely low risk of fraud. Senator Elizabeth Warren said in a statement that Trump's Social Security takeover has only meant more chaos and confusion for Americans. Every one of DOA's so-called mistakes is a backdoor cut to people's benefits. There's nothing efficient about making it harder for people to access the checks they've earned and are owed. On social media, Warren called the revelations in the internal administration document a huge scandal. It's long been clear that Social Security fraud is minuscule, with an Inspector General report published last year estimating just 0.84% of Social Security benefits paid out between 2015 and 2022 were dispensed improperly. And even those improper payments were not necessarily fraudulent. The new report on Thursday bolstered warnings at the Trump administration's hunt for fraud as a mere pretext for slashing Social Security benefits and weakening the program. What a huge surprise. It was a lie all along from Donald Trump and Elon Musk. Who could have possibly believed that? This was always the point. Again, they lie to scare you, and they lie so you distrust government. I've repeated this far too many times, but it is the Russ-bot quote of saying, "I want federal workers to feel traumatized when they come into their jobs." And it is the same thing with those of us who engage in any way, which we all do with the federal government. Elon Musk and Donald Trump want us to feel that it is broken, that it cannot be fixed. So we ultimately give up on it and they can take it over. That has been the plan from the beginning. Doge is just a big marketing scheme to talk about how broken a government that Donald Trump is trying to break is. We have to fight back and show the ways that government can actually work. And we saw a lot of that in Elizabeth Warren's call out of Donald Trump's Social Security ad in this clip right here.
As every member of this committee knows, drug overdose deaths have devastated communities across the country in recent years. Republicans and Democrats agree it is a crisis. We work together to address it. So let me see if we can just agree on a narrow fix to improve the bill, at least to make it sure that it doesn't make it easier for cartels to get fentanyl and other drugs into our communities. This amendment would require regulators to make sure that stablecoin issuers don't have a history of facilitating fentanyl and other drug trafficking, and to revoke a license if they're found to engage in that activity or other financial crimes. Every member of the committee should vote for this amendment. Without it, the committee is basically saying drug trafficking using stablecoins is just not my problem. If this bill puts more money and makes it easier for fentanyl traffickers to be able to move the money around so they can get more fentanyl into our communities, that's a problem. We can stitch that loophole up. It's highly specific, and the only people we're hurting here are the fentanyl traffickers. I urge a yes vote.
Mr. Chairman.
No.
Mr. Crapo.
No by proxy.
Mr. Rounds.
No by proxy.
Mr. Tillis.
No.
Mr. Kennedy.
No by proxy.
Mr. Haggerty.
No.
Ms. Lemus.
No.
Mrs. Brett.
No by proxy.
Mr. Ricketts.
No by proxy.
Mr. Banks. No. Mr. Kramer.
No.
Mr. Moreno.
No.
Mr. McCormick.
No by proxy.
Ms. Warren.
Yes.
Mr. Reed.
Yes.
Mr. Warner.
Yes.
Mr. Van Hollen.
Yes.
Ms. Cortez Masto.
Yes.
Ms. Smith.
Yes.
Mr. Warnock.
Yes.
Mr. Kim.
Yes.
Mr. Gallego.
Yes.
Ms. Blunt Rochester. Ms. Alsobrooks.
Yes.
Mr. Chairman, the vote is 13 opposed and 11 in favor.
This is a massive scandal, and we need to be as public with this as Elon and Trump and all of MAGA were with their illegitimate claims attacking Social Security. We need to be on this beat, calling them out 24/7. It's what we're going to be doing on this show. And if you want to support that, as always, you can leave a like on this video. You can hit that subscribe button. You can drop a blue heart in the comments. And until next time, I'll see you soon.